We're here today. We're live from SydStart. I hope you've been following the live blog that we have been doing. Today we're going to go and we're going to find some people that are speakers and people that are attendees and have a bit of a chat with them about what they think is so great about Sydney's startup community. So let's go. Hi, we're here at SydStart and we're talking to some of the people that have just been in the last session. I'm here with Danila. How are you?
Hi, Matt. I'm very well. How are you today?
Pretty good. How was the last session? What did you learn?
I did really love Jenna. I believe she's given us very, very important advice. It's really interesting to listen to people who've been working already in the startup community, in the startup industry for so long. I really like her style. I really like her direct style, and she's been able to tell us not just about her professional experiences, but also about her life. So I do feel like I do know her as a person a little bit today, and I think that's very important.
Absolutely. Now, you are one of the co-founders of Sydney Dev Camp.
Yes. So Sydney Dev Camp is the first coding school to be launched in Australia. We love coding. We love Ruby. We teach people how to code in a 10-week intensive training program. What we do is really about enable people to build their own apps inside. So whether you want to be a developer, a coder, or you want to be an entrepreneur, this is the place for you. You come on board. It's tough. It's going to be intense. It's going to be hard. You're going to get stuck. You're going to hate it. But eventually you're going to be able to at some point come up with a wow moment, saying, okay, I got it. Now I can build that thing. I can build it myself. What we do at Sydney Dev Camp, not only we teach coding, we help people getting connected to the community. We have a bunch of amazing mentors coming in every week and mentoring our students. I'm a very quiet, active member of the community, and I try to do good. We all need coders, especially small businesses and startups, in early stage startups. You do need talented and passionate people who are able to get things done, to build things without expecting crazy salaries that any small business would not be able to afford.
And so what do you love about the Sydney startup community?
I do love the people. I must admit that I lived in Israel for a while, and I have met some amazing people there as well. But what I see, which is unique in Sydney, is a real support. Whether you're working in the media or in a startup or a reader, people are really, really, really close and really, really willing to help each other, one another. I believe it's a win-win game. If the pie is bigger, it's bigger for everyone. And I really, really believe in sharing your own knowledge and experiences with others. You can really help others in the future to eventually succeed, and build amazing things.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Kim from PushStart. It's a big turnout today. What is it that you are loving about today's SydStart conference so far?
Well, for me, I think great speakers, a really good crowd, and what happens is in the local startup community these days, everybody's out stuck behind desks trying to get their products done, trying to go out and talk to customers. So it's just great to finally see everyone in the same room. We don't get to do that often.
Hopefully a bomb or something doesn't go off and then Sydney's tech scene will be ruined. What is it that you love about the Sydney startup community in general?
Okay, so just through what we do, I've been travelling around the world quite a bit, and then we also have get introduced to a lot of people from around the world who come over to Sydney. And the one thing that I've noticed, and that those people from around the world notice, is just how supportive the Sydney startup community founders and the people around it are of each other. So really, today's a great example. You see everyone kind of knows each other, they're trying to help each other. And maybe it's because we're just really young and everyone wants to see everyone else succeed, but the level of kind of support and help that everyone tries to give each other is really one of the things that I notice and that lots of people around the world notice.
And so what are we expecting from PushStart over the next kind of 6 months?
I'm glad you asked me. Can I give you can I just make an announcement now?
Absolutely.
No, I'm just joking. But listen, lots more. We've learnt a lot over the past year or two in terms of what we're doing. We want to really go back and do more, kind of double down on our community-related activities. I think that's really important, what we've been doing, the mentor group we've got, and really helping all those new founders who are coming into the community. And then we're working on taking the lessons we learned from our accelerator program and making a better program. So doing some more early stage funding, but in a way that really fits the Australian context. We started off borrowing from the US and kind of using some of their models. And we've learnt some things now, and we're going to fix things up. We've just got to keep up. Yeah. So more of the same.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks so much for talking to us.
No worries.
Pete Cooper, founder of SidStart. How you going?
Great, mate. Really good to see you too.
So we're at morning tea at the moment. What have you been pleased with so far?
Good food. Usually we don't have food at SidStart. No. Really great energy in the room and quite a diverse group, like all over the world. We're flying in people from San Fran and we've got people from Boulder and kind of nice. I'm just talking to guys just coming from London. People are flying from Perth and Adelaide and Brisbane. So despite the fog, they all got here on time, and the energy's really high. The pitch rush was good, I thought.
Yeah, the pitch rush was awesome. What is it that you love about the Sydney startup scene?
I love the fact that people are recognising the momentum we've got at the moment. Ash Fontana, who's an Aussie, originally from Sydney, running investments for AngelList. It's the biggest platform in the world to fund startups, tech startups. And then next speaker, Matthias Kopp from Sydney Angels, the homegrown guys that are quietly building it up here and doing a really high integrity job. So I'm just wrapped about the quality of the people and the momentum we're starting to show.
Pete, I know you're busy. I'll let you go. But great day.
Thanks, man. Cheers. See ya.
Alison from Lasoo, how you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. How are you enjoying SidStart so far?
I'm really loving it. There's some really great speakers from here and also from overseas. Really enjoyed Ash from AngelList and what he was saying. Some really good insights there about how they grow and how they look for generalists and not just people who are an expert at a developer stage, but just get on and just get stuff done.
Yeah. So you think you're going to be hiring more generalists at Lasoo?
Probably, actually. I'm actually noticing that the people who really stand out in my team are probably generalists, and I think we've got some great people in the team to be able to do that.
Nice. So what is it that you love about Sydney's startup scene?
I think it's just growing. It's so new and it's just evolving and getting bigger and better, and I really like the community spirit of it, how you can just meet people and talk to people and they've got ideas and everyone's willing to share, and I think that's a really great attribute about our community.
Nice. So what are you looking forward to this afternoon?
I don't know, just hearing some good speakers and meeting some great people. I think it's not just about what you hear from speakers, but also what you hear from attendees. So I'm looking forward to meeting some really fun and interesting people today.
Nice. I'll let you get back in there and get amongst it.
Cool, thank you.
Councillor Angela Vathoukas, how are you going?
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. You are at your first SidStart.
Yes, very exciting.
So,
Personally invited by Pete Cooper.
yeah. So, what's the experience been like for you so far?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Completely blown away by the presenters and the guests. I learnt a new word today, generalist.
Yes.
I didn't know that existed. I've decided I am one.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. Finally, there's a description that fits my life. And I think it's an amazing opportunity, and what a wonderful organisation SidStart is. And we're trending on Twitter.
Exactly. So you wear a number of hats. You've got the councillor hat, you've got the Eagle Waves radio hat, so, tech media startup, and then you've also got the Vivo Cafe hat. What are the similarities that go between all of them, I suppose, for you?
It's not quite a cookie cutter formula, but you really need to be driven and focused in the role that you are in the minute that you are in it. And that's how I can get everything done. I can't be thinking about the cafe when I am delivering a political speech. I'm certainly not thinking about politics when I'm producing a radio show. And when I'm at the cafe, I'm very present for my customers then. So while I do a lot of different things, I focus perfectly on what I'm doing at that time so that it's efficient and I get the most out of my time.
And what do you love about Sydney's startup scene?
The youth. It's so very different to how I grew up in business. The attitude is so very different. It's radical. It's completely aggressive. It's full of anarchy, and it is exactly what the world needs to change. Now, whether old fuddy-duddies like me can wake up and learn these lessons that are being taught today, I hope so, because I really believe that the social justice that is associated with this new startup scene is going to change the world, and that is completely amazing.
And startups watching this might want to get on your startup show. How can they do that?
So they should go to eaglewavesradio.com.au, and there is a Be a Guest form. Go ahead, fill out, pick your show. Love to have you on.
Awesome. Ash from AngelList, fresh from San Francisco. How are you today?
Yeah, really good, thanks.
So you're one of the speakers this morning, and I have to say, your talk blew me away. I love the whole generalist thing and the militant way that you go about things at AngelList.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you hope people took away from your talk this morning?
The generalist thing is funny. I think it resonates with a lot of people because, as I said, a lot of people like to think of themselves as jack of all trades. I hope people just took away an attitude. Like, I think my experience, I mean, I grew up in Sydney. I think a lot of people here are really conservative and like to think of things and be very careful about things. The reality is it's incumbent upon all of us, being so incredibly privileged here, to just try and do more. To do more than just like walk into a really good job and get paid a lot and buy a nice car and live on the water. Like, I just hope people took away an attitude which would encourage them to take a lot more risk.
Grew up in Sydney, living in San Fran now.
Yeah, in San Francisco.
How are you enjoying that? What are the differences?
Lifestyle-wise or work-wise?
Both.
Lifestyle-wise, San Francisco is pretty bizarre. It's very, very socially liberal, which I think Sydney's good in that way, but it's not the same degree as San Francisco. Really great nature around San Francisco, mountains, beaches, wineries, all that sort of stuff. So that's fun. Work-wise, I mean, for what I do, it's the center of the universe. I mean, it's 20 or 30 times the next biggest city for venture capital and company creation. Next biggest city probably being New York. And there's a bunch of good research on that. So for what I do, which is like this combination of working in startups but also helping with early stage financing and understanding the venture capital industry, there's nowhere else in the world to be if you're serious about it.
And what do you love about Sydney's startup scene?
I like what do I love now, and what am I hopeful for? Right, or what I love about the prospects.
Let's do what are you hopeful for? What are you seeing that's going?
Oh, I mean, I just think it's like we have a ridiculous amount of money and talent here, and it's pretty obvious that if we take some more risks, some really good stuff will happen.
Yeah.
That is just so clear to me. What do I love now? I guess what I love now is that it is really supportive in a way that Australians sort of only are. Like, Australians, we don't have like the sheer like optimism that Americans have, but we do have like we're really good at supporting each other and creating communities and whatever else. And it seems like a lot has happened pretty quickly. And then also, like, you can't ignore the role the government's playing so far. They're doing a pretty good job. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll let you get back into it. Thank you so much for having a chat with us today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Dara from Shoeboxed, how are you enjoying Sid Start?
I'm loving it. We're meeting all sorts of great people, and everyone's like so enthusiastic. So it's kind of a good vibe happening, and everyone's interested in what everyone's talking about, even if they're not potential customers. So it's just fun seeing all the different teams and what's out there.
And this time last year, you're actually fresh off a plane and jet lagged as all hell. So you're understanding a little bit more coherently what's going on this year?
Yes, and I can actually understand the Australian accent this time.
Nice.
Before I was like, I don't know what everyone's saying. But yeah, no, this is a good, like, it's a good feeling. It's totally different being awake for it as well instead of glazed over. But I'm definitely enjoying it. I haven't had a chance. I've only popped into some of the events when I can't stay and I'm like running around. I feel kind of cool this time because before I was like, I don't know anyone. But
so you've been here for nearly a year now. What is it that you're loving about Sydney's startup scene in particular?
it's actually really, it's just kind of fresh. Like, there's a bunch of new stuff happening, and every day you hear about something different. And the co-working spaces, I've gone through a couple of them, like Fishburners, StartNest, and you just meet all sorts of people who are really enthusiastic. You can learn so much from everyone. I recently just picked up coding just because everyone was talking about it. I was like, I want to learn too. So everyone's really helpful, and just overall, I think everyone's really nice and excited about it. So it's a really, like, comprehensive, or not, like, I'm going to mess up the words, but, like, just a good, like, everyone's working together to make it awesome, and it kind of feels good, like a common cause.
Nice, cool. So I'll let you get back to it, and thank you for having a chat.
Perfect, no problem. Thanks, Nat.